guys, Matop, and I'm going to do the summary analysis of chapter 14 to 16. Chapter 14 starts off with Huck and Jim, who have stolen a canoe from the murderers who were in the forest. On the canoe that they stole, there are books, clothes, cigarettes, and so they are on their way to Cairo to be free. Jim is a slave, and if he goes to Cairo, he will be free. Huck faked his own death so that they would get away from his dad. So when he goes to Cairo, he'll be free too, because no one would know him in Cairo, because right now everyone knows who he is, and that's why he's dressed like a girl. While on the raft, Jim and Huck get pretty close, like friendship-wise, and Huck plays a trick on Jim. Well, Huck goes to tie the raft to the shoreline because they don't want it to drift away in the morning, and the fog is so thick at that time they're unable to see each other, but Jim is in the wigwam sleeping, and so Huck decides to play a trick on Jim by saying that Jim dreamt up the whole fact that when Jim woke up in like the middle of the night, that he saw that Huck wasn't there, and he thought that Huck was dead or he was missing. But when Jim actually woke up, Huck was there. So Huck decided to trick Jim into thinking that it was not true, that he was dreaming the whole entire thing. So Jim gets really upset, and because Huck has played a lot of tricks on Jim already, and Jim's really fed up with it. So Jim goes into the wigwam and goes to sleep. Well, goes in there just to get away from Huck for a little while. And I think that builds up their friendship a little bit more, and they connect more. And Huck goes to the wigwam to apologize to Jim because that's the only person he has left. Chapter 16, they're still on their journey to Cairo. Huck feels guilty of the fact that he's with Jim, and Jim is a slave, and if he helps Jim escape, he's gonna be in trouble if people find out. Jim says that Huck is his only friend, and Huck is the first white guy to keep his promise to Jim. Well, yeah. And they get to a town, but it's not really Cairo, and Jim is really excited for the fact that if he gets to Cairo, he'll be a free man, and that he could go get his kids back, and that he could get his wife back, and he can start his own family and his own life, and not have to worry about the fact that he's a slave. And they don't get to Cairo because they get to a different town, and they're trying to get there. Also, they run into Huck and Jim. Well, Jim doesn't, but Huck runs into these men who help Huck because the men who come to Huck are looking for slaves who have ran away, and they're just asking Huck if he has seen them, but Huck tells him that there's a white man in his raft, and he lies and tells him that it's his dad. And while they're trying, the men help Huck take the raft to the shore, and the men want to see the man because they don't really believe Huck, and they think that he's lying, and that he might be hiding a black, an African American slave. So Huck makes up this lie and says that it's his dad and that his family has smallpox. Well, the men assume that his family has smallpox, and so they give Huck $20. And that's pretty much what happened through 1460. Thank you.